gonna go here. And we're gonna get here. Let's do that. Actually, yeah. All right, so we're gonna drop the size of the brush down. We're gonna get to minor details. Let's say that. We're gonna get to minor details. We're going to kind of justify the shape of the eye. Right in here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. We're going after the things that matter the most. I hate the edge of this line though. I can tell you that. Okay. Now, make it a little bigger. And we're gonna darken the outside, or inside, I guess. Outer, inner, whatever. I don't care what you call this. And we're not gonna go up this way. If you want to know why, it's because we're thinking that a light source is probably going to be hitting here and here, this part of this, and then probably shining through to here. And what we're going to do is, I like to think of the translucency of this part of the eye and how it like can go straight through this, which is really interesting. If you've never really paid too much attention to that, like you'll see a shine on here, but like sometimes you'll see a soft shine on the opposite side of it. I do that for like a stylistic choice with my eyes, but you know, it might not actually be accurate. So we're going to jump back to this color. Nope, there we go. Jumping back to this color here. Stop trying to make me erase. Dropping it back down, and you guys already know we are making separations now. That was so much. Okay, there we go. Lots of turning. We want to separate this, and that's going to be good because it gives us a place to put some more highlights. Anytime I can justify a space being separated so I can add highlights, I'm going to do it. If you don't understand what I mean, it's the fact that like, and hey look, there's a little lump here because of the tear ducts, and it's literally for the reason that I'm talking about right now. If I make that little lump, I can put highlights right here and show that the tear ducts are real. Anytime you make a minor adjustment to something, something small like this, when it comes to eyes, you can justify a little bit of shining because of the different surfaces, right? So if I were trying to do this in a different style, I would probably just, you know, flat, simple highlight right here. But the closer you get to semi-realism and realism, you have more and more options of like, you know, putting different shine factors into something. If you're gonna do semi-realism and realism and stuff, then it gives you more opportunity to throw some shine in here a little bit. Mostly here is where you're gonna get it with all of it, but along this bottom one halfway, because our light source is over here, then yeah, it's gonna be great. The shine part is fun. That is the most fun for me. Is what it is. Fight me. So now that we've gotten some shape here, and you know what? I'm actually gonna, call me crazy, but I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah. And then a little bit, not a lot. You can barely even see it, but I think it matters. All right, we don't have to do too much there. Okay, I think we are. Where are we right now? I think we're in the space where I want to deepen. I want to, you know, deepen the saturation here. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna dial you forward, and I like to do a different blue to show the contrast. I think it makes the eyes look more vibrant at the end, because I started with kind of like that closer to sky blue area, and now I can do something like this, right? I drew a full eye like one time, but I did not do the full, I didn't do the full rendering process. Perfect. So it's actually been a long time since I've rendered a full eye like this too. Even like in Gleam, her eyes are closed. So it's actually been a real long time since I've rendered an eye. Whoops. Yeah, so this is fine. We're going to, there we go. We're going to resize that, put a little bit more of that color in there, but not too much. We're not trying to overpower it. We're gonna have a lot of different things go on in this eye. And I think this is how we're gonna start that off. Okay. Yeah, so we are, this isn't gonna stay like this, by the way. We're putting, it might look like I'm trying to like make a hard edge, but I'm really not, because of what's about to happen next. I'm not gonna do that up here either. I needed the color. Because look at this, I need the differentiation. Yeah. And now I can increase this. And I can start blending that into it. There we go. I wanted that color difference because of the blood that's going to be underneath. This honestly should have been blended in as well, but it's okay. Because we can do it now. Okay. A little bit more. All right. Now that we've done that, let's see. What are we doing here? It's a puzzle for me. You know, it's just fun. It's a whole lot of puzzle solving. I'm going to add more shadows later. But what I'm absolutely going to do right now is go back to this color here. Find a little bit more of this, and then I'm gonna come in here. And so let's see, let's look at where all our darkest spots are gonna be. So I'm anticipating my shadows right now. It's gonna be here, here, and I'm deepening the dark here, because what I want this to do is I want that blurred edge right there. Okay. Now, let's go back to that blue that we had. We're gonna drop down a little bit, make it a little deeper. I'm really just bouncing around with this because I'm having fun. That's what I should have did from the beginning. That works. Cool. All right. Now we're going to do the thing. We need that original blue color. It was somewhere in here. We're gonna go here. Semi-bright. There we go. Yeah. This is the fun part. So we're gonna start that there. Gonna put this around here, give our eye a little bit more detail. Again, you know, best practice is to not zoom in super far. But again, it's fun at this point because we're not like overreacting about how well the piece is looking. We are legitimately just doing this for the fun. So now we're gonna come through here. Sorry guys, I get silent because I'm having fun. I get like locked in, you know, like I'm in like puzzle solving mode. So eye is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's give it this. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Great. And you know what's even more fun about this? This isn't even the brightest color, and that's the whole point of us doing this. So now, put that here, right? We decided that the color of this lighting was going to be blue. Do I like that? I actually don't. Skin studies. I need more red before I can actually do that. But it's fine, because we will get there. So before we drop in those last little highlights, I'm gonna need to put the shadow in here. The difference here is that like the eye, that lighting and everything is gonna be very different versus like what we're doing for the skin. The skin itself needs that more burgundy tint to it, unless I'm trying to like do a fun lighting experiment and do all these crazy things to it, in which case I would save that for like a full piece, my personal opinion. I'd probably do a practice run at it somewhere in there, but right now we're operating off of just regular coloring here. So we're putting in the shadow of the eyelid, and we're gonna brighten up some of this that's lost here, don't worry. I think we're good. All right, we're gonna shift back to the skin, and that's where we're getting more of this in here. See, we can't do this to this, it wouldn't work. Just because, like, you know, what we've already established, like with the skin color. If I was monochromatic in coloring the skin as well, using blues and everything, pushing and pulling them like with the purple or something like that, then it would work. But it will not for this. It's not yet. Because, you know, we just didn't start that way. All right, and now we're gonna get some skin shine in here. Actually, let's do, hold up. Let's attempt to get the shiniest part of this. It was that, okay. I'm not being like precise with any of this stuff, by the way. When it comes to like color theory and everything, like I'm not trying my damnedest to make this look that perfect. Again, this is just fun. This is us getting past all of the oh, I'm nervous to put something down on the paper or any of that. Like we're getting past all of that with this right now. Yeah, let's get in here on this. This is gonna be the fun part. All right, so little dots, little lines, squiggly, just to get the tear duct and all that situated. Little dots and then like a squiggly line to show that, like, you know, it exists. We're gonna be pretty light here. These are details that a lot of people aren't gonna see, but I don't care because I like putting them here because it makes me feel satisfied, like I did something. And we're gonna make these brighter because they're on the side of the light source. At least visually they're gonna look brighter for a second. And look at that. Super small detail, you wouldn't really notice it, but hey. I noticed it. I love it. So we're going back to that blue. We're bringing it as bright, almost as bright as we can. And we're going to increase this brush size. Should have made it bigger. I always like to do this. Bring a little bit more attention to the eye. And now, the most fun part, in my opinion. I mean, there's other parts that are like super fun, but this is one of the most fun parts. Get in here and make all those chosen highlights amazing. Single brush strokes. At least try your best to do singular brush strokes. What's funny is like, so I do this in bursts, which is kind of crazy. I'm trying to look for those like separations. This is the crazy thing about digital art. Like, when it comes to traditional artists, you guys are playing this on hard mode. And you know, I mean, it's what you signed up for, I guess, right? But your art comes out, in my opinion, it comes out like with its own merit there. And you know, I understand it fully, so I commend you, traditional artists. I was one at one point. All right, this looks great. In my opinion, it looks great. All right, so now that we've done that, guess what we get to do? We get to grab this purple color. There we go. And we're gonna deepen it a little bit. I'm gonna do the round brush, and I'm going to tease the hair studding method. What you guys aren't going to see is, like, you know, what I do to finish it and make it pretty. But I'll probably show you that in the hair study when that comes out. Okay. We're going to jump around to a few different colors, okay? And the key here, make sure you are going with those strokes that you did earlier. Don't go against them. Don't try to be all fancy and shit. Like,
okay, so big jump. Everything's done. The camera died. My bad, guys. So look, here's what's going on right now. You can see I threw in some detailing for the eyebrow, and I even threw in some bottom eyelashes. We'll throw some more in there next time, you know, for the top eyelashes. We'll finish that out, and then we'll move on. But here's the thing. I am actually thinking that this is going to flow into a whole new project. And I kind of want you guys to be along for the ride. So I'll give you a little bit more info next episode, but this is going to be kind of a continual series where we get to just mess around and add and do some different things. If you guys just want to draw something random, if you want to just dive into something, you know, start a new project, I think this is the place to do it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.